I wanna swag with somebody who swag me.
We just missed the elevator?
I used to swag when I was swagging now.
The world woke up to a shockwave of headlines. Justin Bieber says no to family. Instantly, the internet buzzed with speculation. Did the pop superstar really turn his back on the people who raised him, those who stood by him through his meteoric rise and turbulent struggles? Or is there a deeper story hiding beneath the tabloid frenzy? As with most things in celebrity culture, the truth is never as simple as a headline. The journey to understanding Bieber's decision is far more profound than anyone could have imagined. Justin Bieber's name is synonymous with fame. From his first viral YouTube videos as a cherubic 13-year-old to his reign atop global music charts, Bieber's life has played out in the brightest of spotlights. But behind every stage, every red carpet, and every paparazzi flash, there was a family: his mother, Patty Mallet, father, Jeremy Bieber, and a constellation of siblings and relatives, all watching, supporting, and sometimes struggling to keep up with the runaway train of Justin's career. Fame is a double-edged sword. While it brings luxury, opportunity, and adoration, it also brings pressure, scrutiny, and impossible expectations, not just for the celebrity, but for everyone in their orbit. For the Bieber family, the price of fame has been high, and the strain has been showing for years. Justin's childhood was far from ordinary. Raised by a single mother in Stratford, Ontario, he grew up with little money, but an abundance of love and hope. Patty Mallet was barely out of her teens when she became a mother. She worked tirelessly to support her son's burgeoning talents, uploading performances to YouTube and nurturing his dreams, never imagining just how quickly those dreams would outgrow the small-town life they knew. As Justin's star rose, the family dynamic shifted. Suddenly, Patty was not just a mother, but also a manager, a gatekeeper, and a public figure in her own right. Jeremy Bieber, Justin's father, re-entered his life more frequently, drawn by both paternal instincts and the gravitational pull of fame. Extended family members found themselves swept up in a whirlwind, sometimes benefiting from Justin's success, sometimes feeling sidelined or overwhelmed. Even as a teenager, Justin shouldered enormous responsibility, not just for his own career, but for the welfare of his family. Interviews from the early 2010s paint a picture of a young man fiercely loyal to his loved ones, but also quietly burdened by the weight of their expectations. The world saw the dazzling concerts and screaming fans, but behind the scenes, Justin was often playing the role of provider, protector, and peacemaker. Fast forward to the late 2010s. Justin Bieber had transformed from boy wonder to global superstar, but the toll was evident. His well-documented struggles with anxiety, depression, and substance use were splashed across tabloids and dissected by armchair psychologists worldwide. In his 2020 documentary series Seasons, Bieber opened up about the mental health challenges he faced, describing the suffocating pressure of performance and the loneliness that often accompanied his fame. Behind closed doors, the family dynamic was evolving. According to sources close to Bieber, the singer began to recognize a need for boundaries, not just with fans and the media, but with his own family. The lines between support and dependence, love and expectation, had blurred. Family members, intentionally or not, sometimes placed their own needs and desires above Justin's well-being. It's a dilemma familiar to many successful people. When does generosity become enabling? When does loyalty morph into obligation? For Justin, the realization came hard and fast. To preserve his own mental health, he needed to say no, even to those he loved most. The decision to set boundaries with family is never easy, let alone in the public eye. For Justin, saying no was not an act of rebellion or resentment. It was an act of self-preservation. In interviews, he spoke candidly about the importance of protecting his energy and focusing on his own healing. In one particularly honest moment, Bieber explained, "Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is say no. If you keep giving and giving, eventually you have nothing left for yourself. I had to learn that the hard way." Reports suggest that Justin began to limit financial support to certain family members, refusing to bankroll projects or lifestyles that he felt were unhealthy or unsustainable. He also became more selective about who he allowed into his inner circle, prioritizing relationships rooted in mutual respect rather than obligation. This shift was not without pain. There were arguments, hurt feelings, and periods of estrangement. Some family members took the changes personally, interpreting Justin's boundaries as abandonment. Others, however, have come to understand and even appreciate his need for space. A pivotal moment in Justin's journey came with his marriage to Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber. Their whirlwind romance, engagement, and wedding marked the beginning of a new chapter. With Hailey, Justin found not just love, but stability, a grounding presence that helped him navigate the chaos of fame. Hailey, herself a child of celebrities, understood the complexities of family and public life. Together, they forged a partnership based on honesty, vulnerability, and shared values. For Justin, starting a new family with Hailey meant reassessing old loyalties and redefining the role of family in his life. In a candid interview, Hailey shared, "We both come from big, complicated families. We've learned that it's okay to set boundaries, to protect each other, and to put our marriage first. That doesn't mean we don't love our families. It just means we're choosing what's healthiest for us." Justin's decision to say no to family is not unique, but his willingness to be open about it is. In a culture that prizes loyalty and self-sacrifice, especially in families, setting boundaries can be seen as selfish or cold. Yet, mental health experts argue that healthy boundaries are essential for personal well-being and for preserving genuine relationships. As news of Justin's boundaries with family spread, public reaction was mixed. Some fans applauded his courage, recognizing the difficulty of setting limits with loved ones. Others, however, criticized him for what they saw as ingratitude, forgetting the sacrifices his family made to help him succeed. In an age of social media, where personal struggles are broadcast as entertainment, it's easy to forget that celebrities are human beings with real feelings and real challenges. Justin's willingness to be vulnerable about his struggles has helped break the stigma around mental health, showing fans that even the biggest stars need boundaries. He has become an unexpected advocate for self-care and healthy relationships, inspiring countless people to rethink their own family dynamics. So, where does this leave the Bieber family? The story is still unfolding. While some relationships remain strained, there are signs of healing and understanding. The journey of setting boundaries is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process that requires patience, communication, and love. Justin's experience serves as a reminder that prioritizing one's mental health is not just a personal journey, but a necessary step towards healthier relationships. In a world that often demands more than it gives, the courage to say no may be one of the most powerful statements of self-love and self-respect. As we continue to follow Justin's journey, one thing is clear: he is navigating his life on his own terms. And in doing so, he is not just redefining what it means to be a celebrity, but what it means to be a family member in the modern age. The conversation about boundaries, mental health, and the complexities of family dynamics has never been more relevant. Justin Bieber is at the forefront of this important dialogue, offering a glimpse into the real costs of fame and the real work of healing. In choosing to say no, Justin may have started the most important conversation of his career, one that could change not just his life, but the lives of countless others who are learning that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is set yourself free.